Good afternoon, all of you, the virtual attendee for this summit. I am very glad that I've been invited to the first Future Tech Summit virtual one in Oman. We used to have it at a real exhibition, physical one at the Oman Exhibition Center. And a good practice now to have the platform by itself. It's available and it is live. You can go to the exhibition, to different booths. You can as well visit different auditorium. So it's really, I consider it as a great achievement in ICT and in technology to have such meetings virtually and to meet different, different presenters worldwide. Even though now with the COVID-19, the problem with coronavirus, we managed actually to conduct our meetings and our exhibitions virtually. So that's really a great achievement in information and communication technology. And we're looking forward for this type of achievement to continue onward, even after after we return to normal. So the new normal, we expected it to be more toward the technology, oriented toward the utilization of the latest type of technology. My talk mainly I will focus today about the best way of developing national artificial intelligence strategy. And I'm focused here how we can develop a national artificial intelligence strategy for Oman. I will review as well different artificial intelligence strategies available worldwide from different countries. And then I will focus about the main pillars that we'll be focusing here in Oman. As you all aware, artificial intelligence is going to change every industry and to create trillions in economic value over the coming years. Various research stating that the artificial intelligence or the AI is the future. So the economic impact of AI is considered to be around 15.7 trillion by 2030. And this is by PwC researchers. And the McKinsey, they quoted around 22 trillion investment will be in 2030. And according to the PwC, China is the leading in this area. So 7 trillion are in China related in the applying of AI techniques. Furthermore, the global growth of AI is divided into two major areas. These areas are labor productivity improvements. So there will be a major labor productivity improvement in the upcoming few years, and as well increased consumer demand. The table below, it indicates the regions that they will have really a great economic impact from integrating AI on their business or in their services. And as we mentioned earlier, China would be on the top, and then North America, 3.7 trillions. And then after that, Northern Europe, developed Asia, 0.9, Southern Europe, 0.7. So you can see the percentage of each. So almost near to the half, it will be from China, and then from the North America, and then just 7.6, the rest of the world. So we need to pay more attention toward this technology and how to integrate it in various services. So I will just define it for the people who need really a definition of AI. The artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science, and it is concerned with making the computer behave like a human. So the machine or the computer system with AI, it can perform cognitive tasks, such as like thinking, perceiving, learning, problem solving, as well decision making. And it make it much quicker and faster than a human being because it's with high processing. But it depends mainly on data, and it cannot work without data. So AI, it's really transforming every aspect of our lives. It influences how we work and play. As well, it promises to help solve global challenges, such as climate change, It might help us to provide best medical care. And we heard a lot of scenarios related to COVID-19 and utilization of AI to help the health sector. AI has the power as well to transform the way the government work, to deliver more transparency and the services that fit to the customers. Large number, various governments are they started to utilize AI techniques to deliver their services and to improve the efficiencies of the government. So the benefits of AI are huge. So it increases actually the efficiency and enhance governments. It develops smarter and safer mode of transportation to address the traffic congestions. It helped really to increase access and to healthcare data and to provide the best healthcare based on evidence-based and individualized as per the need of the patient. As well, it can also improve access to the best quality of education, that adaptive type of learning, immersive type of learning, and it could as well create job opportunities, but different than the current ones. According to the World Economic Forum reports, they market the job on the year 2020. And we can see the emerging jobs, really they depend on AI, data analysis and scientists, big data specialists, machine learning specialists, etc. So the focus is in AI for the future jobs. In addition, as I mentioned earlier, various countries, they work thoroughly to plan for various artificial intelligence strategies or initiatives. We can see from 2017 to 2018, all these countries heavily, they developed plans for their governments to implement AI strategies as a core business of those governments. We can go here to some of the government to see the details of their AI strategy, such as in Singapore. They started in 2018, and they considered AI as a key to the economic growth, and they are really investing in pervasive type of AI ecosystem that focus on finance, city management, smart cities platform. They invest actually $150 million during the upcoming 5 years for AI initiatives. The American initiatives, they launch a website called AI.gov, where all the government, they put the activity that they're doing related to AI within that platform. The president as well issued an executive order to launch American AI initiatives in beginning of 2019. And this one was focusing in driving technological breakthrough. So they were looking for like a disruptive type of technology using AI techniques and AI algorithm, as well driving the development opportunity of a technical standard, making standard for these AI system. And they are focusing as well in training workers and training specialized individual in AI. And as well, they focus in protecting the privacy and fostering public trust with AI systems. So it mainly promotes the sustainable investment in research and development. As well, it makes enhancement access to federal data. It tries to train the AI researchers and AI students, and they develop over here, and it is available online, the National AI R&D Strategic Plan. In China, they started much earlier from 2017, as well the UAE, they started in 2017, and they developed new generation artificial intelligence development plan. And they invest $150 billion US, in the coming few years up to 2030, just for the AI related projects. China, they are focused in these major things: harmony and friendliness, fairness and justice, respect privacy, shared responsibility, open type of collaborations, etc. In Canada, we can see in Canada, they have a pan-Canadian artificial intelligence strategy, and this one is developed in 2017 with a budget of 125 million US dollar. In the United Kingdom, the Prime Minister in 2018, the World Economic Forum meeting, he announced that they are establishing the UK as a world leader in AI. And he said, we are absolutely determined to make our country the place to come and set up to seize the opportunity of AI to the future. So we can see the various country presidents are really focusing on developing AI on their nations. In Sweden, in 2017, artificial intelligence, business and society. So they try to link the AI to promote and to enhance the business over there. And they establish a national approach for artificial intelligence that really applied AI research and innovation. The United Arab Emirates as well, they did an AI policy, and as well the first country in the nation to have a minister dedicated to AI. And they think the AI would really provide transparency, integration to different type of sectors of the government sectors. And they're having a huge number of programs to build their capacity building of their individual in the area of AI and machine learning. In Qatar, by early 2020, they announced their AI strategy blueprint. And the sixth pillar of this mainly raised for talent. So they are totally focused on building their talent in this area, on providing data and the accessibility of data, developing the regulatory for data utilization, etc. They are trying to build as well the economic that really utilize the best approaches of AI, of artificial intelligences to boost the business within Qatar. They are focused as well on ethics and on public policy. Number of organizations that currently started to develop AI readiness index, such as Oxford Insight. Oxford Insight, they develop a AI readiness index. It have 11 metrics and 4 major components: governments, infrastructure and data, skill and education, government and public services. And mainly they try to see how the nation are placed within those metrics, within those different metrics. So whenever if we are developing an AI strategy, we need to look on these metrics as well to see the gap analysis and where we are from these metrics. This is the Oxford pillars. So it's mainly on the government, the vision, the governance and the ethics, digital capacity, adaptability. And in the technology sector, mainly related to the size, innovation capacity, and human capital, and the availability of data and infrastructure, such as the infrastructure, the availability of high-speed network, data availability and accessibility, as well data representativeness. Some of the measure of Global Innovation Index, they stated that the United States come to #1 in terms of talent and infrastructure and commercial, and then China, it come on the second, and it's mainly China, they spend a lot of effort in research and development, as well in government strategy and in commercializing their products. Then the third one, it come United Kingdom, within the major, after that Canada, Germany, etc. The Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, they develop an AI policy observatory. And this policy observatory, it helps countries encourage and nurture and monitor the responsible development of AI systems. It is a multidisciplinary, it is evidence-based, and it's global. And so you can benchmark whatever project that you are doing with international standard that are available, or with best practices worldwide, using the AI Policy Observatory. There is a meeting held by G20 discussing the AI principle. It's a ministerial statement, and it was in Japan last year. And they came up with a number of principles that are essential for, these principles are include inclusiveness of growth, sustainable development, and well-being. So the focus should be on these. Human-centered value and fairness. We shouldn't ignore the human-centered value and fairness in AI system, as well in the importance of transparency and explainability and accountability. For our vision, we needed to make it align with the Oman 2040 visions. So the AI strategy should be an enabler of 2040 vision. The main pillar of 2040 vision are four: a society of creative individuals, a competitive economy, environmental and natural resources, and a state of responsible apparatus. If we go to the best practices of utilizing artificial intelligences, or if we review best project related to AI, we can see exactly those projects fits on the pillar of Oman Vision 2040. So we need to link or to match the project with delivering of the vision of the Oman Vision 2040 according to the pillars. And that it make the achievement of the indicators much easier for. And the main focus for the AI strategy of Oman is to build human capacity on AI and to prepare them for the labor market, because we know the future workers will be totally different than the current ones. So build human capacity who are able to develop systems, to write AI algorithm, to integrate different systems together. This is really an essential thing that we need to do it with while we are working with as a first pillar in the AI strategy of Oman. The second one is fostering a digital ecosystem for AI. As we mentioned earlier, various countries, they put emphasis on the data. AI cannot work without data. So we need this open data, as well policies to utilize data in a meaningful way. And the other thing is we need something that shape and enable policy for AI and for the utilization of AI. And we need to invest as well in AI research and development. This is a mature area where a huge amount of research and development could be done in the area of either AI in utilization in medical field, or in educational field, or in logistics, etc. So we need to investigate and to do a lot of research and to fund research in these areas. As well, we need to create collaboration and cooperation with trustworthy AI organizations and with other international bodies who are really ahead of us in these areas. The work plan, it is a formation of AI steering committee, and this is a high-level AI steering committee, and from it there is a working group and a strategic planning group who work on the rules and regulations of, and there is another team to monitor the progress and provide support to AI project and initiatives. The second component that we need to focus on it as well is skill development and creating the AI capabilities, the Omani who are able to develop AI systems and to maintain the AI system. So to ensure top-level expertise in this area, as well to develop skillful human resources and capacity in artificial intelligence with specialization and certification. And maybe we can target our higher education institute to do AI capstone projects in different areas, because AI can be a multidiscipline to different areas, can be implemented. So like a joint type of project between students from different colleges to produce AI type of project that really feasible, that easily can be implemented and can work. We need as well to establish training courses for government employees in various sectors, especially who are related to IT programming and this type of discipline. The other thing is we need to see the deployment of some of the project. So we need to launch a specific program for certain sector that has high adoption and big impact. So this one would help us to create a successful stories and quick wins. As well, we need to define specific services within different government and private sector to adopt and migrate to AI services. Furthermore, big leaders in the area of AI, we need them to invest maybe in Oman and to open their labs here and to help us develop skillful human resources and the environment itself, the ecosystem we needed. So having big leaders in AI invest in Oman, that will boost the reaching the objectives of the strategy. The area that we can focus in is boosting government services. So the performance of government services will be maybe much easier. We can cut the reduction of cost by 25%. Number of countries, they managed to make reduction in cost more than 25% by utilizing AI tools. We need to find, to build a unified platform that is easily accessible to different government agents, and that one it will like upfront that the user utilize to get the services, transportation and logistics, reduction in crowded by 30% we can aim to, an increase in road safety by 50%. We can work on providing best reliable and efficient logistic services with low cost and high speed. In health sector, the AI can help us provide state-of-the-art health service, quick, reliable, and efficient. And they just run last year, an AI-based mammogram detection, and it was a very successful project by Ministry of Health, and it make a huge reduction by 70% reduction time for the patients to get the diagnosis. We can use AI as well in energy and water. We can best utilize energy and water, make a better utilization, reduction of the leakage, and etc. In education, we can really enhance education by providing authentic type of education, adaptive to the learner's needs according to his learning styles and his ability to learn, and it can move him from one stage to another according to the way of performing. And so the AI in education, it has really can enhance STEM education, and we expected it that it can enhance as well the student score in international type of test. The thing that we really need to do currently is to study the latest trend in AI and how they are shaping education and learning, and as well try to define the emerging policy and strategy for leverage AI, working on enhancement of competitiveness through the usage of AI for different type of business, different sectors, trying to ensure top-level expertise and attract top experts in this area and to hire them so they can build the capacity within Oman for the utilization and the integration of AI, creating international partnership to promote the inclusiveness of AI in different sectors, Moreover, trying to create a quick wins initiative with different government and private partners, and effective utilization of data in various sectors. And we need not to forget the importance of information security and the ethics related to AI, because it's a big issue with AI. So we need a focus group who are looking on the ethical part of AI. And we need for sure, as I mentioned earlier, to invest in research and development related to AI projects. If we manage to do those activities, we can easily will be able to reach the vision of 2040 indicators, the vision of man 2040, to be the top leaders in innovation. I mean, in the top 20 countries in the innovation, and to increase the GDP by 5%, and to be non-oil share of GDP. So all these, the major indicators of Oman 2040 will be able to be reached if we really take an AI as an enabler for, and as an enabler or as a backbone to deliver to deliver the different projects that really reach us to reach the indicators of Oman 2040. That's all for me, and thank you very much.